So I want to talk about how do I actually try and find time to draw, practice drawing, and improve at my drawing skills when I have a full-time job, I have a kid, family. So I think the most important thing and the first thing is our attitude and mindset. A lot of times, a lot of people, especially when we have a full-time job and a busy life, we start thinking about, how much time something requires. So I can think about, in order to improve at art, we have these big ambitious goals. We want to create amazing pieces, get so good at all the things that it comes to drawing that we get so overwhelmed and we think we really need to be spending 20, 30, 40 hours a week in order to really improve and make any meaningful progress. So right away we get really discouraged and we don't start. So I think the most important thing here is to just start small, and doing anything is better than just nothing. So be realistic with yourself. Just look at your life, look at what kind of responsibilities you have, what do you need to do, what things are going on in your life, and try and think how many hours you can put, whether that is 1 hour a week, whether that's 3 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, 40 hours. So it depends on your lifestyle and where you are in life. You might be able to dedicate a different amount of time. And I think the most important thing is that you should not be, so rigid with this. Every maybe few months, just look at your life again and analyze and decide, can I add more hours per week? Or maybe I can't do what I thought I can do, and maybe I should reduce it, to try and figure out what you can do. And knowing that and trying to achieve a realistic goal of hours, I think is the first thing. Because when we put this, or we think that we need to put this unrealistic amount of hours, we can immediately get discouraged and not start at all. Now let's talk about time blocking. This is a very common advice, and it's something that used to work for me, but I don't think it works anymore. So time blocking generally is you put in your calendar. For example, on Wednesday, every Wednesday from 3 to 4 or from 6 to 7, whatever time, you're going to be drawing and studying art. And this works for some people, but for me, it doesn't work anymore, just because how fluid life is, especially with a young child and a young kid. So for example, instead of that, what I do, I don't dedicate or time block a certain hour, but in my mind, I say, for example, today, after the kid goes to sleep, I know I will have some time. I don't know exactly how much, but I know that I want to draw and I want to practice. So mentally, I'm prepared. That I've been thinking about this the whole time, that as soon as that time comes, I am ready and in the right mood to draw. And it's kind of like time blocking, but it's a modified way, in a way that we don't have a specific time, but it happens after a certain event. So this kind of works for me, because I think a lot of times when we just leave it wide open and we think that, I'll see how the week goes and I see how I feel during the week, and we don't really dedicate or think about it specifically on that day, we may go days or weeks without even knowing, because we say, I'm just tired, I'm not in the right mindset and all that. But if I know from the beginning of the day, today I'm going to try and draw, my mindset is there that as soon as I have the time and as soon as that time comes, I'll be able to just sit and draw. And I think one of the most important things here that I've learned is that try and have, or what works for me is to try and have smaller time slots instead of having this one giant time slot. For example, if I just say, Saturday, I'm going to just spend 4 or 5 hours drawing and practicing art, that usually doesn't work. For me, it's a lot easier to just say, even if it's half an hour, just do half an hour Monday, half an hour Wednesday, 1 hour Thursday, and so on. It becomes that time accumulates, rather than trying to say, I'll just do 4 hours on Saturday. Usually, I feel like when I try and dedicate that, I get so overwhelmed. Maybe after an hour, I get discouraged and so on, and it doesn't really work out for me. So I try and do smaller chunks rather than one big chunk. Now, all of that said, I think one important thing is to have the tools ready. So when the time comes that I want to draw, I don't have to go look for my sketchbook, look for my pens, pencil, and all of that. Or my tablet is always ready, my computer is ready. So everything is in the right place, so that when the time comes, I'm not wasting time. I want to make the process as easy and as smooth as possible to remove any hurdles or remove any excuses for myself. So my tablet is always ready. Whenever I have the time, I just come, I just turn on the computer and I just start sketching. And along that, I think what's important to have a plan. A lot of times we may have the time and we're ready, the sketchbook is ready, the tablet is ready, we come and sit, and we don't know what we want to draw, or we don't know what we want to study. So we end up spending like half an hour on Pinterest trying to find references, trying to find inspiration, or trying to think about what we want to study, and we end up wasting that half hour or hour that we had dedicated for drawing by just thinking about what to draw. So have a plan so that when the time comes, when the time is available to draw, you just immediately jump into it and immediately starts drawing, painting, or sketching and doing art. And I know sometimes this is not as easy as I explain it, because sometimes we don't know and we want to try and figure it out. But when it comes to studying art, I think we know what we want to see. We know what our weaknesses are. We know what the fundamentals are, so we can just dedicate certain time for that. I want to study portraits, anatomy, figure drawing, perspective, simple forms, whatever it is. Then I know when the time comes, I'm ready to do that. Now, it's also important to study the right things if we want to really improve. If the goal is to improve, or the objective, or we want to try and improve at our art, it's important to dedicate our time, or the limited time that we have, for the right things. For example, it's good to know what we want to draw and what we want to get good at and focus on that. And I think even more importantly, not to skip the fundamentals. Studying form and perspective can be very simple and very repetitive, and sometimes can get boring very quickly. But learning those and dedicating some time for those, maybe doesn't have to be all the time, but practicing those is very important in order to learn everything else. So try and have a plan, but to study the right things. And I think if you have a full-time job and you have a little bit of money to spare, there are some courses that you can take. Do your research, try and figure out what course works for you and what you want to do, in order to help you understand what are the fundamentals, what are the things that you need to learn and focus on. And that can help. If I don't know what to study specifically or how to study something specifically, obviously everything is available online and we can learn without paying. But I found that when you find a good teacher and you spend a little bit of money through a course, could be a small course, could be a $50 or $20 portrait course where you learn some basics, can help quite a bit. And Proko is amazing for that. There are a lot of great things in there. I know some of the courses can be a little bit expensive, but I think if you can afford something like that, it can really help improve you a lot. Now, the other thing that I've learned is consistency. It's easy to get motivated for 2-3 weeks and do all of these things. Have my sketchpad ready, a sketchbook ready, or have my tablet ready, and dedicate. I'll say I'll do on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I can just spend some time drawing and all of that, and it could very easily, we could get just lazy, or say, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow or whatever. But I think trying to even do on the days that I'm tired, I just try even do 5 or 10 minutes. It can help keep that momentum going, and it keeps me going. And that's how I can find even more time. When I just have that momentum of even just spending 10, 15 minutes or 30 minutes, it helps me want to draw more. It helps me, want to continue a drawing or a painting that I've started. And having that momentum can encourage me into be more consistent and improve and do even more. Maybe for the first 6 months, it's a little bit more difficult to dedicate some time. So maybe you do just, 2 hours a week, but then after 6 months, you see that you have that momentum, becomes 3 hours, then 4 hours, and so on. Now, all of that said, I think what's important is to try and prioritize what's important in your life. If drawing and learning art is a priority in your lives, you can try and find time for it. But again, I'm trying to say that prioritizing doesn't mean that art just needs to be everything and anything. So, but what I'm trying to say is that we spend a lot of time doing other hobbies or other things that also are relaxing, bring us joy. We like doing them. We enjoy them. It can be like watching TV, playing video games, even spending time with friends. So every once in a while, we need to figure out, maybe I can cut down on one of these things and spend some time instead on doing art or drawing. I know this may sound like, oh no, you don't need to do anything else and just spend all your time on drawing. No, I think it's important to do everything and try and find the balance. But a lot of times, we just don't prioritize art and drawing at all, and we just say we don't have time. When in reality, I see that we spend a lot of time doing other things that could be reduced, so we can still do them. For example, for me, video games was a big one. I used to play a lot of games and stuff, and I decided that maybe I can reduce that a bit. I still sometimes spend some time playing, but I've reduced that and instead incorporated art and drawing more into my life and into my days. So try and find that balance. Try and find the balance of prioritizing art, but there are other things in life also that are important. First of all, your responsibilities, your work, your family, all of that is of course important, but other hobbies can also be balanced with art, incorporated with art, and try and balance them so that you don't get burnt out. Don't do too much where you just feel the stress of just drawing and improving and getting better, but also not neglect art and drawing so much that it slowly fades away and we don't do it ever again. And after all of that I've said, I think the thing that I think we need to remember is that why are we doing art? Why are we drawing to begin with? And why do we want to find time to draw? I think for most of us, it's because we enjoy doing it. It's something that we like to do. We enjoy, we like the process of creating, so we need to try and enjoy the process. I know when we only dedicate 2 hours a week, the progress might be slow, but if we're trying to enjoy the process and enjoy the act of creating art, we will be able to continue more and more, and we'll be able to dedicate more and more time. So I hope we don't forget that, and we keep on enjoying what we do and enjoying art so that we can continue in doing it. And don't be discouraged by the small amount of art or small amount of time that you can dedicate for art. Over a long period of time, even that 1 hour a week can accumulate into a lot of progress. And when you look back 3-4 years from now, you can see that even that small amount of time has really contributed to all the progress that you made. Now, if you want to just learn about what you can study now or draw or practice now that can give you a lot of improvement, you can watch this video here.